almost a week now. And yes, my lovely children brought it to me from school. Not one of my things that I told them, I said, I can't get sick because you won't let mama be sick. But, you know us mamas. We be sick, we pop the pills, and we keep going. Take a Tylenol and go. It's about the only thing we can do. But until you get to the point you get really sick and you just pretty much roll over like a dead rover, like, I can't do it. I've been there before. Boo-hoo, cry, it hurts, I don't feel good. But, it gets better. I'm starting to get better. That's why I started my iPad, oh my gosh, my podcast on today, because Monday was a holiday. The children go around screaming and hollering, and then plus I was sick Monday, Tuesday. So today I feel a little better. Knock on wood. And what else? I feel like I'm leaving something out. Oh yes. Believe it or not, guys, I crochet. I love to crochet. I can knit blankets and scarves and stuff like that. People be like, what? You cook? You clean? You knit and do crochet? And you do Pornhub? And you do TikTok? And other apps too? Yes, it's just all mixed up, isn't it? SweetNecter's crazy, so maybe a little bipolar. I ain't never been diagnosed as bipolar, but let's say I got a little bipolar bitch thing every time and again. I just flip, boom. Shit be going everywhere. Don't get me wrong, I'm me throwing up, but when I blow my top. After I done said stuff over and over 4 or 5 times and nobody be damn listening. And then I get upset and I blow my top. But most of the time I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty nice. And most of the time I'm calm and cool, but if you push them wrong buttons, it kind of explode. But when this is my time to myself, is when my kids go to school, because most of the time they're here with me all the time. If they ain't at school, they're here. And they're asking me stuff. Get me this. Get me that. Go do this. Go get me a drink. They expect me to stay over the stove and cook all day long. And I'm like, man, I don't like cooking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to, but as I got older and I cooked so much, I just don't. If I can pass cooking, I'm good. I'm for takeout and TV dinners. But I do cook though. But I'm just saying, if it's just me, we cook out and TV dinners and fast food. But fast food these damn days, it's unreal. It costs so much. with the prices and things going up. Whew. It's too early in the morning. It really is. Well, not really. It's only 7:22 right now. Y'all hear the crickets? And crickets and still chirping. And bullfrogs. And at night, you know, we see these, what is it? Armadillos. We see these armadillos come out at night. One or two every night. They get my dogs barking. They'll just creep on up. I don't know what they be eating out of the grass or eating grass or something. But the armadillos and the rabbits, they be hopping everywhere. And lately I've been seeing snakes. Oh my Lord, black snakes. I know they keep rats away and stuff, but I tell you what, I don't know where they coming in at, but we're out here in the country, right? In the middle of boondocks. And these snakes are so smart, they'll figure out a way to get into the house. Somehow or another. I done caught 3 living out here in the country. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I seen this huge, big, black one. Oh Lord, it was huge. He must have been the mama or the daddy or something. That wasn't in my house, thank God. But I'm just saying. I was like, get him, Jack. Get him. Get him. Of course, Jack was too slow as always. He couldn't get him. I said, oh no, he went under my house. I was like, hope he don't find his way in. Or nobody leaves a door open to let him in. But, you know, they are friendly creatures, but yeah, I just don't like them. It's just, when I was a youngin', I mean real young, I would dream about black snakes. And I would have all these black snakes crawling all over me. I'd be outside and they'd just be crawling all over the ground, all over me. I'll try to get up. And I couldn't get up. It's like my hands would sink into the ground or something. And I gotta get up and sink, and then I eventually just lay there. And I try to get up, and I try to scream, and I can't scream or get up, and the snakes are all over me. You know, for a little girl, that's scary. And I've dreamed that more than once in my lifetime when I was a child, and I ain't forgot about it. After all these years. That's one of the things that terrify me is a snake. I can't stand it. I just don't like it. I got friends that got them as pets and picked them up and everything. Bearded dragons. I'm like, no thank you. I don't want to touch. I mean, I don't want to get slapped by the tail of a lizard or a snake. My husband, he was out there with the damn BB rifle trying to get this snake, and the snake grabs a hold too of the barrel of the gun. And I'm like, oh my God. And then, of course, he shot him and it died. I'm like, oh no. Everybody in the house is screaming like, ah, you know, everybody going crazy. It was something else though. Whew. Looks like it's going to turn out to be a pretty decent day in the Carolinas. It looks like by what I'm seeing. let's think about what I was going to say. Well, I'm 39 years old. I know I'm getting old. I was born in Chester County, a little place in South Carolina. I was raised mostly in Chester. And then we moved to Cross Hill, and then I continued out my teenage years in Cross Hill. My mom and dad was named Cindy and Henry, and I had a brother named Zach, and of course we lived out in the boondocks, middle of nowhere in Cross Hill. We lived on a dead-end road. It was near the lake. So, we fished. Well, I fished. I get up at 5 in the morning, fish till about 12, come home, clean them, put them up in the freezer until I get enough good mess of fish, and then I get my mama to fry them up. Have some good eating. I love some fish and deer meat. I ain't never been deer hunting, but my husband has, and my papa was a big deer hunter. He could hunt during the hunting season and store all his meat up and everything that he could grow in the summer, or freeze and put up. So I didn't have food and stuff all winter long when you can't hunt or fish for it. But it was cool. I used to love some deer Q steak. Oh my gosh, some deer Q steaks, rice and gravy, and onions, and a good old homemade biscuit. That's what I'm talking about. It's so good, it's to slap your mama good. But if you're not from the South and you don't eat deer, you're probably thinking, yeah, but it's really good and it's really healthy. It's more healthier than cow meat. And, let's see. I hear the birds are starting to chirp. Yes, I've had a hard life with many, many struggles that I have overcome my own self, by myself. My parents and I haven't seen them in years, quite frankly. I talk to my dad, but I haven't seen my parents in years. My mom, we always had some kind of issues. I don't know. I didn't have an issue with her. She's always had an issue with me. But other than that, everything's good. At least my dad talks to me. My mom is like a complicated person. She's you got to watch what you say, walk on eggshell, because if not, she'll take it totally wrong. Where I'm a more blunt person, I tell it like it is to somebody's face, and they might get mad or they might not get mad, but I'm not much on having a bunch of friends. I got like